Hi and greetings, I to Miss Ilap. Hope you are doing great. As for today, me and my groupmate will present to you our case study, which is the issue of JNT Express low wage rate. But before that, let me introduce you our own communication department. The first one, we have Miss Siti Shakira as our Media and Public Relations Executive, Miss Nurhadisha Zalia as Crisis Communication Executive. Next, our Internal Communication Executive is Mr. Ahmad Zaki, and the Market Analysis Executive is Miss Aina Fatini, and last but not least, Media Iwana as the Marketing Executive. A brief introduction and SWOT analysis for our case study. As the issue of low wage rates has been viral on social media, the JNT Express has received free publicity among users, which makes this courier be more known in Malaysia. Plus, as part of this issue, JNT Express also has the opportunity to expand their branch if they successfully handle the issue and they gain the customers' trust to use their service. Unfortunately, we know that the issue of low wage rate in JNT Express is a big problem. Thus, it has caused a bad name and bad reputation for itself. And in fact, because of this, people might switch to different courier companies and no longer trust the JNT Express.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Shakira binti Rusli and I will be presenting about the purpose of the case study and also the background of the issue. So the first purpose is to examine how Malaysians have reacted towards the issue of violent sorting of parcels by JNT Express Malaysia. Second is to evaluate how JNT Express has handled and responded this issue to the press and public. Last but not least, it is to analyze how JNT Express has sorted the matter and misunderstanding with their staff. Moving on to the background of the issue, a 50-second video of the JNT staff mishandling and violent sorting of parcels, which was initially uploaded on TikTok, also went viral all over social media. So the video showed that their staff wearing JNT t-shirts were screaming and violently throwing the parcels into piles, which of course resulted in customer complaints over parcel damage. It was said that the staff were protesting against a wage cut by JNT. The courier company allegedly reduced their wage from originally being RM1 or RM150 that was delivered per package from the part-time staff commission. This resulted in a violent protest in order to send a message to the courier company. That is all from my part. Moving on to the next key point. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ahmad Zaki bin Zari and I'm going to present about forms of IMC in use and recommendations. But first, I'm going to present about forms of IMC in use. The first IMC in use is direct marketing. JNT has shown their direct marketing when they use their brochures to promote their business. Second is public relations. JNT's PR team has shown their effectiveness in handling this issue when they use press release. Third is social media platforms. JNT uses social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook and Twitter to communicate with their customers and ask for their feedbacks. And lastly is advertising. As we observe, we can see that JNT gets free advertising from the public. This is because when we see their customers receive their parcels, their customers immediately post their review on their social media to compliment on how quick JNT deliver their parcel. It is recommended that JNT must apologize to their workers and release a press statement to the public to show their professionalism. Secondly, JNT should also consider increasing their workers' wage and commission to make sure their workers don't protest anymore. Thirdly, JNT should be more competent in the future to show that JNT is a reliable company to their customers. Lastly, JNT should give promotions to their workers to show their appreciation in working at the JNT company. So that's all from me, all about recommendations and forms of IOC in use. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Halisha. So based from these issues, we managed to identify the decision criteria and solutions in facing these issues. Firstly is the GNT's response to it and the issues by running a press conference. This is a very important matter that we should bear in mind whether or not an organization or a company is aware of any difficulties. We can see here that they managed to run a press conference and give a clear statement regarding these issues that they claim to bear all obligations, promptly enhance their management and service standards, and provide professional training towards their employees in order to provide Malaysian users with a dependable and efficient express service, which they stated in the press conference. Here we can see that PR crisis communication is very important towards a company or an organization's image and reputation. This is because a poor issue will have a major effect on the brand's reputation, from bad reviews to a management scandal. Secondly is the importance of a press release that revolves around crisis communication. It can be a useful tool when things go wrong, especially in these issues where the company side had the opportunity to tell the story first. So what exactly is the crisis communication press release? As defined by Fit Small Business, a crisis communication press release is a written communication that defines a crisis the company and its stakeholders are facing, along with a concrete plan to mitigate its damage or serve those impacted. In this issue, we can see that it helps JNT to stop speculation around the crisis, and company responds by transparently communicating the facts and establishing a central source of information from the company to the public.
Based on the presented findings, this study concludes that JNT Express Crisis Communication Management was reasonably functional regardless of depicting some unapologetically loopholes within the approach they handled the crisis in the earliest times of the issues. It showed that even if JNT didn't rise to the theoretical definition of success and wasn't able to reach the momentum in operating the crisis, the courier company, however, survived the crisis. For example, it cannot be denied that the courier was criticized by internet users as they were judged because many of the media releases focused on the workers' behavior, even though numerous statements were issued. Moreover, he had grown the frustration among the workers for the sudden exchange of low wage. However, JNT believed to overcome the issues by explaining the confusion of certain department employees who are not clear about the bonus payment scheme. The company also has fulfilled their responsibility in assigning the bonus payment to their workers. That's all from us today, and thank you for listening.